Hi guys, and welcome to everyone joining. This is Talk with Tammy. My name is Tammy Silver, and I am joined by two amazing guests today, beautiful Black Nigerian fashion creators, and I'm going to be talking with them about all things fashion, business, and lifestyle. So I hope you can join us and just get to know more about us and the way we live. Right, I'm going to let you guys introduce yourselves. So please take it away. I'll let you go.
Okay. Hi guys, my name is Ayotola. Some of you call me Adunni, and I'm the creative director of Sewing by Adunni, and I teach sewing on there. So if you're, not subscribed, please do also subscribe. Yeah.
Hello everyone, my name is Priscilla. I'm a Nigerian content creator and fashion designer based in the UK. I have a YouTube channel called Kim Dave where I teach fashion design and share the reality of running a fashion business in today's day and age.
I know you guys have been around for years. How long have you had your YouTube channel?
It came up to 3 years in April.
And you, Priscilla?
I want to say 7.
So, do you feel any type of way, like when you look back at your old content?
I think so, definitely. I feel like I can look through my videos and just see the growth. There's a difference in how the videos have been edited. Obviously, you get better with practice because I got into YouTube not knowing anyone. So I think that, you definitely see the growth with it. Definitely for me, at least.
I wasn't the same person I was 7 years ago.
Yeah.
I was like 20-something. I'm in my 30s now. So I'm married, I've moved houses, I've graduated from uni. So a lot has changed with time. But I think progress, like you said, is something that I can surely see, like the quality of the videos, even the topic. So I started off with like hair and makeup. Now I'm doing tutorials.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's progression, and change is a good thing that I embrace. Yeah.
Would you ever go back to like hair tutorials, that kind of vibe?
I actually, I don't mind. Once a year, I like to do one hair video.
Oh,
just like
really?
to bless the people. Yeah.
And your audience is like, where is this tutorials?
I know they're always like, where is this coming from? It's like, just allow me my hair video, please.
But I find that quite interesting because we all have that niche of like fashion, sewing. Do you ever feel tied down to that you always have to be specifically creating content for that space?
As someone who has made tutorials for a while, I won't lie, there are days I felt like bored because it's the same process of you do the pattern, you cut the garment, you sew it. Yeah. There are some projects that are not as exciting, but what I try to do once I notice I'm getting into that, like, oh, this is becoming stale and boring, is I try to learn something new, maybe like a new type of fabric, new sewing technique, research into sewing needles, something that will just get me excited again to create, because once I lose that excitement, I get bored. Yeah. And that's what I've noticed.
Yeah. Absolutely, I agree with her, because I think for me, when I make a video that's like maybe traveling, for instance, my audience is just like, they don't say, but they don't watch it. They're just like, this is not what we asked for.
The engagement is different.
You can tell.
Yeah. I feel like there's a fraction of your audience that's just always interested, like no matter what.
Right, you always have the core support.
I always have like whichever video. I can post a random
anything, they don't.
They're just like,
and I love them. I love people.
Yeah, and they honestly, they do cheer you
on.
But
I also get it from their perspective, because I mean, sometimes it's very discouraging. But then if you think about it, I found your channel because you do sewing tutorials, and that's what I'm interested in. I don't really want to see travel. If I want to see travel, I have the creators for that. But I think it's a good balance. What I've done, or what I tend to do, is you get 3 videos, I get 1 for myself.
Yeah,
we're happy.
It is weird being a creative person that's online and you're essentially a public figure. And I started sewing because I just enjoy it. There was no other reason. It's a hobby. I like making clothes for myself. And then when you make content, it's like, oh, I'm now making clothes for that. Yeah. There are times when I make stuff and I just don't video it because I just want to be in that process. Do you guys ever feel like that? Do you feel like you always have to be online, or whenever you sew, it always has to be recorded and shared?
So I noticed that there are certain fabrics, certain prints that if you use, people will like it. But you won't wear that piece.
Right?
Like that once you take that picture, that's it. It's ending up in your wardrobe or it's going into the charity box. So it's kind of like finding that happy medium of like giving them what they want, but is the piece functional?
That is useful to you as well.
Because how many pieces will you make? It's 52 weeks in a year.
Yeah.
We don't have 52 dresses that you cannot wear anywhere.
My wardrobe is full.
Interesting. We had that conversation just before this, right? I was saying that one of the issues one of the problems I have is the fact that, I want to make something, but I'm like, I'm honestly not going to wear it. I'm not going to wear it. Where am I wearing it to?
Yeah.
So it's like that balance. I absolutely agree with you. And I think maybe that's what I'll try to do. Find a balance between, okay, you get what you want, but I'm going to use a fabric that probably I would wear or something that I would wear, right?
Yeah.
I think
I struggle with that because I want to challenge myself and make really extravagant pieces. I'm just thinking,
But what were you?
is there a fancy dress? Is there a ball?
Look at your new pattern. You're wearing a new pattern now.
Shameless plug.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to go buy the
Lula
pattern.
balloon dress if anyone's interested. But yeah, I like that kind of mix. I do like to make really extravagant stuff. I mean, we're all here. We're looking lovely. You know, we like to look a certain way, and I feel like you need to get that balance of like, just make what you like, and almost maybe just create an event to go to, like to wear that specific thing.
Yeah.
Because I've seen people ball gowns there in Tesco. Literally.
You know your video for
like that.
she had a video for Nigerian Independence Day. Did you see it?
Yeah.
And she was all dressed up with a head tie.
Exactly. Yeah.
And she went to the shops.
You had your actual beat,
The
everything.
stairs that
Love
day was
it.
actually hilarious. People just like,
But it was a good
going?
video.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Did you go anywhere after? That was it.
We actually bought groceries that day.
Okay.
Like I actually paid for the things that we said the basket and took it home on the street with my gilly. Everybody's like, where is she going?
We need to celebrate Nigerian independence. No, it's good. It's good.
It's a good one.
All right, so now moving on to like the business side of things because we need to make money. We need to, elevate. Are you're a full-time content creator?
Yeah.
And you have your own brand as well, Kim Dave. You work as well as creating content.
Yes.
How do you find that balance?
I'm not gonna lie, it's hard. The goal is to, move into like full-time entrepreneurship. Then, I have a part of my business which is content creation, and then obviously my business itself, which is teaching sewing, right? That's the goal. But right now it's just really hard, but it just means that sacrifices really. Monday to Friday is work. In the evenings, do some sewing when I can, or make the pattern at least, and then weekends record and edit.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much, something's gonna give.
Yeah.
And it's just, going out unnecessarily, or well, not unnecessarily.
I mean, it's never unnecessary.
Yeah, but going out to things where it's like, someone's like, do you want to go out? I'm like, honestly, every single time I get not to go out and I'm not creating, I just want to stay in my house and just rest.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, I'm sorry, I'm not going out of my house today, and I'm also not doing anything. Like, I just want to enjoy that moment. But that's the balance for me.
It's weird me asking that question because I'm like, I don't feel like I've found a balance.
Okay.
Because with me, I'm working a full-time job and I'm creating content. I think when people see you online, they think that's all you do.
Absolutely.
One, because you're very good at it. And they always see you creating that content. And there are times where I'm like, I'm actually just tired. I haven't posted in 2 weeks. I don't have the strength. And I have to literally focus on my work that pays my bills. I have to focus on maybe other family responsibilities or whatever I have going on. So I think just for me as a message for other people creating content, like, it's okay not to be on every minute. Like, you ever had a kind of full-time job or you've always been self-employed?
Not full-time while I was doing YouTube. I had part-time job. I was working in retail. So I would do like 3 days a week. Then I would have the remaining 4 days to like do content and do sewing. So I've never had a 9 to 5.
Ooh.
I know that might change.
That's so interesting.
I'm one of those people that I'm actually like, if in 2 years I'm like, I want to go and be an assistant designer.
I also feel like, but the thing is, I think as an
an
entrepreneur, I've been like full-time entrepreneurship before.
Okay.
I think that you have more than a 9 to 5. You have it when I wake up to when I sleep, literally. Honestly, that's pretty much it. Because you do. So I'm like, and how do you find that balance? Because again, YouTube is just an aspect of your business.
Yeah. I try to like plan my work in advance. Yeah, sometimes when things overlap, deliverables that have to be delivered in 1 week, and it's like a lot to juggle, but planning really helps because I can look at my Google Calendar and know that, okay, this week is going to be hectic. Maybe I'm not going out as much. Maybe we'll go for evening mass, plan things in such a way that my health and my well-being does not suffer. Right. I think as I grew older, I really realized that you cannot pour from a cup that is empty. So you need to take
Can you say that again? Word. Drop that word again.
Word.
You cannot pour from a cup that is empty.
You already here first.
Pray if you
Talk
need to
with
pray.
Tammy.
Yes. Go to church if you need to go to church. Get a massage. I'm serious, because if you're not well, how do you want to work?
Absolutely.
Whether it's content or whether it's being a full-time
Right.
staff, it's
Yeah.
important to take care of yourself.
So talking about, getting work, brand deals and, collaborations and stuff like that, there was a study that came out a few years ago that said the pay gap between Black creators and our white counterparts is 35%.
I'm not surprised.
So it's quite a lot.
Yeah.
And we know in fashion especially, Black people are at the forefront with trends, just in terms of excellence, producing designs and so on. But in terms of monetary value that's attached to that, it's a lot less.
Yeah.
Do you think about that when you're pricing, when you're pricing your clothes, when you're pricing brand deals, and you as well when you're working with clients and so on?
I literally had to take that into think a minute.
It's a deep question.
I'll be honest. I think about it. I think about it, but in my experience, I've realized that at least brands are now kind of getting up to the fact that, Black creators are actually the best. We actually exude excellence, right? And I've, been fortunate enough to work with by brands that are very particular about working with Black creators. But I've also had a brand literally tell me that, my audience is predominantly Nigerian. Yeah. And they've literally point blank told me that, they're not ready to go into that market.
Wow.
Right.
So, in that instance, did you reach out to them? Did they reach out to you? How did that interaction work?
I reached out to them and I was like, you know what? This is like a product I use and I know quite a number of creators in Nigeria use them as well. Are you willing to work with me and all of that? And, that was the response. So, I was like, okay, well, you're lost. It's a struggle. They want to pay you a bit less, but I guess it's one of those things where you just have to stick with your price. And sometimes it means you won't get the deal, but at least they know that you're not going to bulge.
Yeah.
It's like it's a value system at the end of the day. It's like where you put yourself, that's where people will put you.
Yeah.
We know some Black creators who
Sorry, I just dropping gems. Can you? It's a value system.
At this point, you should have told me it was a notepad kind of thing.
I didn't know she was a poet.
I was going to bring my notepad and just be taking notes.
Where's my notebook? She just dropped
this is just there. You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't
oh god.
No, but for real.
It's the same thing with how you carry yourself and how people perceive you.
Yeah.
So if you carry yourself in such a way and you produce work that is really good quality and you tell them, this is how much I charge, this is like the kind of engagement I have. If they don't want it,
if they can't afford it, more like
exactly, it's their loss.
But I think it's scary to do that though, because if you're a new-ish creator, for example, and a big company approaches you, right? It's a scary thing to be like, take it or leave it kind of thing. Right. Because from their perspective, they can go to numerous other creators, but it's for you to have that belief in yourself that what you produce is good enough. I have something called the black tax. I'm going to explain.
Please tell us what it is.
So one of the things I thought I made up that phrase, but it actually exists. So let me
not
be claiming it. But my definition and the actual definition is different.
Okay, what's your one?
So my one is like, whenever a brand approaches you and they give you a certain fee, I add a black tax because I already know they're devaluing my work because of my blackness. Right. And it sounds like an awful thing to say out loud, but you have to have that awareness that black creators just get paid less.
Oh,
and
definitely.
You're a black creator. So that's almost naturally, unfortunately, going to happen.
Yeah.
So I try to fight that mentality by adding a black tax. Yeah. But the actual definition of a black tax is basically the struggles of just black, whether it's American or Africans, the diaspora, right? We have a lot of struggle in terms of taking care of our families, whether it's back home and stuff like that. Oh. So it makes it difficult for us to accumulate wealth because we have to support our family members. So let me start off with that definition. Does that affect you in terms of your finances, your business, your life?
The fact that we have to support our families back home?
If you do, yeah.
So I am from a large family, and every now and again there'll be like an emergency and I have to like come through for them. I am so thankful to be in a relationship where my husband supports me.
Yeah.
I've also received like a really like generous grant that I think has kept my business running for a couple of years. So I would just say I'm very lucky. And it's not like that for everybody.
Yeah.
So I won't now come and say that, oh, it's this way or it's that way. I'm just very lucky. I'm very blessed. So that way I'm able to like keep my business running, support my family, and support my partner as well.
Yeah.
That's kind of like my place at the moment.
Yeah.
I've set up a pension as well, which I think everybody
Everyone
should
should
have.
have one.
Whether you're
Absolutely.
self-employed, go get yourself a pension, get insurance as well.
Definitely.
Protect yourself and like look after your future too.
Yeah. How about you, Ayo?
Yeah, as well. I mean, I'm grateful that, I support my family because I want to, not because they need it. You know, there's some people that they have no choice. Like that's your responsibility. Like, their siblings, but I'm just grateful. Like it's not, that serious. But of course, again, I'm Nigerian. We're very, very, somebody's messaging you, and you already know.
You
where
already
it's
know
going,
that
where it's
that's
going.
what it
This
is.
is what it is. So similar to Priscilla as well. I got like a good grant. I work full time, and I also do YouTube and brand deals here and there. So I'm, fortunate enough to be able to say, after paying like my bills and the essentials, save some money and still have a little bit to like spare. But also I'm very aware of the fact that if we're not careful, you'll never have enough money for yourself because you just give out everything and people expect it as well.
Yeah. With the other black tax.
Oh, girl, I'm going to start it. I'm starting it.
I'm going to start.
I'm starting that.
Okay.
Is it 20% or 30? How much you do?
The UK government taxed me about 40. I'm doing the same.
Okay, moving on to relationships.
Okay.
But you know what? Yeah, I want to actually start with friendships. And how do you guys navigate friendships in your 30s? What does that look like?
Ooh. Adult friendship is hard. That's it. Adult friendship is hard. Yep. Adult friendship is really hard. Honestly, I don't feel like I've made any a lot of friends in recent times. I think all of them are like Priscilla, I met her because of work, right? I met you because of work as well. Well, I want to say work, content creation and all. That's kind of people I've made recently. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't think that your work friends are your friends. I'm sorry, but
No, I'm not from your workplaces watching this to be like,
it's okay. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think that with work friends, you need to be a bit, so I think that you just need to know those lines.
Yeah.
Because again, it's work. They do have a duty to your employer. That's who they sign a contract with, right? But yeah, adult friendships are really hard. I think a lot of my friends and the people that are close to me are people that were kind of I've known for a while.
Okay.
And went to school with and everything. It's different.
I've been in a weird spot with friendships because recently I've gotten in touch with some of my secondary school friends.
Oh, okay.
And this was, haven't spoken to them in about 10 years.
Wow.
And what I've learned about myself is that I'm really bad at staying in touch with people. Because with them, they've managed to stay in touch with some of their friends. And from secondary school till now, in touch, really close circle and stuff. And I've just kind of gone through my life and almost left people at that stage. So whether it's secondary school or college or uni and not kind of taking them with me. So I'm trying to be really intentional with staying in touch. If I know you from somewhere and I feel like we have a genuine friendship, if I leave that place, it doesn't mean I have to leave that friend behind.
Yeah.
Priscilla, what's your experience?
I still have the same friends since I was 15, 16, secondary school. I made 4 or 5 when I moved here, but my circle is quite small because I am kind of an introverted extrovert. If you meet me in public, I'm actually just a shy girl in the corner, just sipping my tea. I'm not really talking much.
The first time I saw Priscilla on the train, I don't even know that I've told her.
What? You saw me on the train?
Yeah, because I was in Streatham the very first time, and she was getting onto a train. I don't know if it was a round trip. I don't know where it was. And then I saw her, but she was so far, so I couldn't even find girl and say, Kim Dave. And then it was just but that was the very first time. I never said it to you, but that was the very first time. It was, obviously I was living in Streatham at the time, so it was a bit, but I remember I saw you. I was like, oh my, and I think I was saying to someone, oh my God, I just saw Priscilla today getting on the team.
I first saw you at a talk, actually. It was in the British Library. And I was waiting in line to talk to you.
Yes! Yes. Oh my God. Yes. That's true.
I was fangirling a bit. So it's kind of weird, like now.
Yeah, exactly. It's like exactly. That's like my first time meeting her. I was like, yeah.
So friends, any things in the romantic area? I know you're married.
Yeah.
I don't know you. I don't know your situation.
I'm quite single.
Okay, I'm single as well.
Yeah, I'm very single actually, and dating in the UK is.
How is it?
Girl, you're blessed. That's all I have to say.
Really? But they're like dudes everywhere.
They are, but again, it's like, you know, people. It's interesting. I think that there some people that, you know, they just want to have fun. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm 30. I'm not doing that. Like, we need to know what we're doing.
Yeah, you're after something.
I'm not going with the flow. Like in my business, I have a business plan. Why am I going with the flow of my life? You know, I don't get it.
And do you find that being online has affected that for you? Do people like pre your profile and stuff like that?
Definitely. But at least what I use is basically dating apps. Really, at the end of the day, it's like at this point, that's kind of like how you meet people. But again, you have to be careful, right? You don't want to be a psychopath.
It might be weirdos on those apps.
But yeah, how's it for you since you're single?
I don't even want to answer this question. Yeah, no, I'm single. I've also tried dating apps as well and just had mixed experiences.
Right.
I feel like being online as well, people can feel like they know you. They know who you are, what you're about. And yeah, it's an aspect of me, but you still don't know me at the end of the day. Yeah. I'm 27, so I'm not in my 30s yet, but a lot of my friends are in their 30s and they're single. And I'm kind of seeing what they're going through and potentially me seeing myself in that situation maybe in a few years, I don't know. But I'm quite, not that I know what I want, but like I don't let anything slide in a relationship. And I don't know, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
We should be asking her.
Okay, you can.
No, because again, I think I'm very similar to her as well. I think that a lot of people think maybe because I'm very principled or I know what I want. The moment I'm seeing anything where it's like, for me, it's like, no. I'm just like, I'm gone.
Yeah.
If you know, because I try to think about the future as well. If you know in a couple of years that will be an issue in your marriage, if you sleep and wake up and know that this man asking me this question will irritate the hell out of me, will put us in physical bass boost. Because you can be fine in the lovey-dovey phase, but when all that it's like you wake up to each other's face every morning and all the flowers have left your stomach. So if you know deep down, and this is something that as a woman, you know, you already know. I don't need to say what I'm saying. So you already know that I won't be able to tolerate this thing in 10, 15, 20 years because even if it will work for the first couple of years of your relationship, down the line, that would be the same reason why that relationship will end. So if he's not willing to meet you halfway, I think things will still fall through the cracks.
Yeah,
I think they will. Like there are just some deal breakers. That's what they call them. That's what they call them.
Yeah, they're deal breakers.
Okay, so lastly, just tell the audience any projects that you're working on, anything that you want to share. Ayo?
Okay. For me, I'm planning on getting back into making actual hard dresses. Like I said earlier, one of the reasons why I've avoided them is because there's nowhere to wear them to, especially with winter coming, right? But I've decided that, you know what, I'm still going to make them and we're going to find somewhere, even if I have to drag these two beautiful ladies. We're going to find somewhere to wear them to. So that's kind of what I'm doing. And I recently worked with YouTube on a project, which was really nice. I enjoyed it. Shout out to YouTube, one of the few brands that work with black creators on them. Yeah. You know, they actually did something when they said they were going to do it. So shout out to them. But yeah, what about you?
I am working on a new dress pattern. I'm hoping to launch it before the holiday season because I know that people going for like parties and stuff. It's going to be like a wrap dress.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, probably have like 2 length variations. I hope it to come out before the end of the year because making PDF patterns, you know,
it's a lot.
It's a lot.
And yeah, with me, I've been working on a few projects as well. I've been releasing patterns. I took a break for a while, so I'm happy that I was able to get back to that. And I've recently just done a project with BuzzFeed and the post office.
Ooh! Love that for you. I actually did. I picked the project that you made.
Yeah.
I took a little sneaky look and I love it. I love it so much. I can't wait for them to see it.
Thank you. When I saw that in my inbox, I was like, okay, this looks really interesting.
That's nice.
At first, I was just like really scared and like daunted by it. because it was quite a big project for me. But I'm happy with the videos that I produced. I'm happy with the dress that I made.
Nice.
And I'm just hoping like bigger and better things, honestly.
Yeah,
For
all of us.
Yeah,
All of us.
definitely.
Yeah.
And that we'll be doing this talk in a few years' time.
Yep.
Like,
Amen. Oh.
still talking
Invite
about
us back when you're on the big stage.
Yeah, so with that billboard.
Yeah,
Leicester
maybe,
Square.
maybe at the O2.
Yes,
Maybe at the
please
O2 a
don't
live
forget
talk.
us.
I need to trademark. So we said talk with Tammy.
Yeah.
Tea with Tammy.
Yes.
We've got a lot going
Yeah.
on. So
Yeah.
thank you so much, guys,
Yeah.
for like coming along, for talking, and the fact that we're just able to do this collaboration and share our experiences and work together. So really appreciate it. Thank you
for having us.
This has been so nice.
It has been. Loved it. Loved it.
Mwah. Mwah. Mwah.
Chef kiss.
Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed that talk and really gained a lot of insights for it. Thank you so much to Ayo and Priscilla for joining me today. So yeah, this is Talk with Tammy. I think I'm going to have to make it a thing now. So please continue to watch the rest of my videos. Check them out on their YouTube channels as well. So with Adunni and Kim Dave, I will link it as well in the description. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.